how they did the animation and how they did like everything for the characters, I was like, dude, this show is insane. Season 3 art style, dude, it is literally looks like it was drawn by a 6th grader with crayon. I know, hot take incoming. This is just don't. This is a don't watch, honestly. Yo, what is up today, YouTube? Hope y'all are having a spectacular, beautiful, amazing, incredible day, because you know I sure as hell am. Now, today, what we're gonna be getting into is we're gonna be watching me review my top ranked anime of all time. And believe me, there's gonna be some hot takes in there, so you might not agree with everything that I'm gonna be saying. But you know what we can agree with is that you should drop a sub here on the YouTube channel so you can see whenever I'm coming out with new content, and drop a like so the world can see my terrible anime takes. And if you wanna see this happen right in front of you, live, make sure to go drop a follow on the Twitch channel. That's gonna be twitch.tv/DapperDanLive, or click the link in the description and take you right over there. Now, you know, enough of the pleasantries. Let's get right into it. So you might be familiar with a few of these. I think I know most of them. A few of them I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and rank them and see how they fare. Now, okay, so we're gonna start from top left, work our way down until the end. And you know, I'll be open to a little bit of back and forth if you guys disagree with the list. Not a lot, but a little bit. And that's what's important. Okay, so first one's first, Cowboy Bebop. Now, Cowboy Bebop is an absolute chad of an anime. Cowboy Bebop, I feel like Cowboy Bebop, I like it a lot. I feel like it's gotten a lot of people into anime, being that it's like one of the older ones. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know if I could put it in good favor, or like in good whatever it's called. I don't know if I could put it in God tier, because for me personally, it's a top tier for sure. It's super good, incredibly good show. I've only seen it once though, and I feel like my determination of if a show is like a really good show is if I've watched it more than once. Death Note, I've seen Death Note before. I also saw the live action movie, which was an unfortunate event to witness, to be honest. So with Death Note, I'm gonna say Death Note, you know, it's a good show for sure. It's really good. I kind of want to put it in like mid tier or top tier. I think we go top tier. I think we go top tier above below Cowboy Bebop. Just because like it's super good, but I also feel like it's like the vanilla ice cream of anime shows. Like you watch it and like it's a very enjoyable show, but it's also just like, I feel like it's a starting point, you know? Attack on Titan. Okay. This is gonna be a hot take. I know, hot take. Attack on Titan, this is God tier. I know. It's crazy to say such a thing. But hear me out. Like when Attack on Titan came out, dude, this show, like I remember the first, like when I watched the first episode or 2 episodes of this, and I'm not gonna spoil nothing. The first 2 episodes of this show had me absolutely floored with like how they handled everything and how they did the animation and how they did like everything for the characters. I was like, dude, this show is insane. And I feel like it's only gotten better since then. Season 3 fizzled out a little bit with a lot of political shit. But I mean, there's a reason why I got the boy Levi on my arm. It's because this show is absolutely God tier. Just it's from all of it. It's just incredible. I think we got this is Your Lie in April. I think Your Lie in April. It's okay. Beautiful show. Amazing artwork. The only problem, I've heard some good things about it. Yeah, it's a really good show. It's like I think the whole show is 24 episodes, so you can watch in like a day if you're just binge watching it. But the problem with it is I feel like it's extremely niche. It's like it's a music show, so all of it's centered around music and character development. The art style in it is like incredible, and I feel like it takes a certain type of person to appreciate it and to enjoy it. I don't know if I could recommend it to every person I meet, and because of that, I think it's mid. The art would put it in top tier, but the fact that I can't recommend it to every person makes it mid. Because all these other shows I could recommend to pretty much anybody. Like, I would even say arguably these three I can recommend to people who have never seen anime before, and they'll probably enjoy them. Assassination Classroom, I liked Assassination Classroom a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Excellent show, short and concise, great storyline, great character development, top tier. I wouldn't say as iconic as the first two, but easily a top tier show for sure. 7 Deadly Sins. All right, I know, hot take incoming. This is a don't watch, honestly. This show, it has good things about it, for sure. Has good things about it. The problem is the issues with it are so glaringly bad. Like the fact that literally the only character development you get for the first like 2 seasons for Meliodas is just that he's like perverted is not good. But I could forgive that. That could be fine. I think the problem with the show, it has cool characters. They don't make them do enough cool shit. And the fucking art style is so bad after season 2. Like season 3 art style, dude, it is literally looks like it was drawn by a 6th grader with crayon. Like it is fucking terrible. You freeze any frame and it's awful. Like it's just, it's not good, dude. So I'm gonna say because of that, just don't watch. I think King is the only good character and Bond is the only good character. Aside from that, the rest are kind of just forgettable, to be honest. Not really, they're not super important. I think this one is for the next one. I think it is, fuck, I've seen it before. It's the one with the asteroid that comes down, and it's the guy, and they trade places. The guy and the girl. What is it called? It's Your Name. Your Name. Your Name. The movie technically. I'm gonna put this top tier. Beautiful storyline, amazing art. Like it's a movie, so you don't have to like dedicate a ton of time to it. It's like 2 hours to watch the entire thing, and it's super memorable. Like the name, maybe not so much, but the actual storyline is like a very, very solid storyline for how much investment there is. I'm saying it's top tier, 100%. Now, the big boy, Fullmetal Alchemist. God mode above Attack on Titan for me, and the reason is, dude, I first watched Fullmetal Alchemist on like Adult Swim as a kid. Another god tier, dude, absolutely god tier. I watched it on Adult Swim as a kid. Stayed up late every night. I'd watch Inuyasha, also on my arm, right there, and I got them on my arm on top, not filled in yet, so I'm not gonna show them. And I would watch them both. Loved it, absolutely. Like one of the shows that got me into anime as a kid. And then they came out with Brotherhood, and Brotherhood was even better than the first one, which I didn't think it could get better than the first one. I thought the first season was like amazing, and then I watched Brotherhood and I was like, okay, they really like popped off with this shit. They went crazy with this one. So like unequivocally a god tier for sure. Steins Gate, and I'm including Steins Gate 0 here. Steins Gate and Steins Gate 0. Okay, I watched Steins Gate 0 before I watched Steins Gate, the original. I actually only watched the original a few months ago, actually. So my memory of it is pretty fresh. I would say Steins Gate is like right here. After Cowboy Bebop, better than Death Note. Dude, it's like, especially the original series, dude, it holds up so well. There's a little confusing when you're learning about like the time skip shit with the show, but overall, dude, the show is goated. Absolutely goated. JoJo's. Now look, chat. I'm a man about my JoJo's. I've seen every season of JoJo's. I did a podcast with my brother on JoJo's. JoJo's. Putting God tier. I'm putting God tier for sure. I'm only putting it under Attack on Titan because JoJo, you've never seen JoJo's. All right, so there's always so much like back and forth in the community about JoJo's because people say don't watch the first 2 seasons because it doesn't represent what the show actually is after that. They change everything in it, which is kind of true. I like the first 2 seasons. Third season, amazing. 4th season, all right. 5th season, banger. 6th season, all right. That's why I'm putting it there because I think season 2 and season 3 hold that show together like glue so well, and season 5 hold it together so well. Even though the other seasons fall short, still makes it a banger show. 100%. If you're gonna watch JoJo's, I would say watch it from season 1. A lot of people say skip season 1 and just start season 2 because that's where things get good. Especially considering I guess season 1 is technically 2 parts. It's just first parts. Okay, just watch. Just watch it. Just watch it. Okay. All right. This is the Rascal show. The name of the show is really long. It's like Rascal doesn't dream of Bunny Girl Senpai or something like that. The Rascal show with the bunny girl. I'm gonna say mid tier, beneath Your Lie in April. It's a good show. I mean, really, the only reason you're watching it is because the waifu material in it. The show itself is really interesting. I think it's a really interesting premise, but I also feel like it kind of like as soon as the first part of the show is done, like as soon as like the first arc of like you meeting the bunny girl and then like everything getting worked out with her, I feel like as soon as that happens, everything else is kind of just secondary. It all kind of falls off after that, which is like, it's kind of sad because it's like, I feel like the show had a lot of potential and I think it is worth watching, but I just don't think it was like as incredibly good as I want it to be honest. Promise Neverland, I think is going mid tier. First season, super strong, really interesting, great premise. Second season I haven't even watched it because I know it's supposed to be terrible. And I feel like that says a lot. I feel like if I liked the first season so much and then I don't watch the second season because everybody says it's fucking awful and it ruins the show, and I don't watch it because of that specifically, I feel like it kind of like the good and the bad equalize out to make it a mid show, which is sad because the potential from the first season was so good. Yeah, so Promised Neverland mid tier. Kill la Kill. All right, listen here. Look me in my eyes. Kill la Kill. Don't watch. Honestly, Kill la Kill. I have tried watching that show twice now. 2 times I've tried watching it, and I just can't. I can't do it. It's all right at best. The fighting scenes are good, and if you really just want a bunch of underboob, it's good for that too. But aside from that, like, I felt like the characters were so boring. The animation was just not for me. I think overall it was not my cup of tea. Maybe for other people it is. For me, no chance. A Silent Voice. This I'm saying God tier movie. God tier, honestly. If you haven't seen it before, absolute beautiful storyline, amazing art, great character development. It's like 2 hours, so you don't have to spend a bunch of time watching it. Like, the characters are like complete, like super like relatable and memorable. I would say God tier. I think it's like, it's either God tier or like very high top tier. I'm gonna say high top tier. I'm gonna say high top tier. Actually, I'm changing my answer. It's high top tier, below Cowboy. Yeah, I think that sits right with it. God tier wasn't quite for me. One Punch Man. Okay. I think we all know where One Punch Man's going, right? I think we all know. I think One Punch Man easily top tier. Not quite God tier, unfortunately. But dude, I feel like there's a reason why there's still memes floating around about it. Like, it's so good. The premise of it is interesting. It kind of just makes fun of like My Hero Academia and like a ton of other shows. And it's super like fun to watch. Like, you can sit there with like a bunch of your buddies. You could put this show on and it'll be entertaining for everybody watching it. And you don't even have to like pay super close attention. You can just laugh at the fun parts and then keep going. So I think easily a top tier show. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Another show I have not seen. I know. Another heinous, destructive thing that I've not done. Because I know it's a top tier show. I know if I watch it, it'll probably be God tier or like top tier. I started it and I probably got 15 episodes in and then I got distracted to something else. So Dr. Stone, my opinion, I would say Dr. Stone's another top tier. I'm gonna put it under Steins Gate, but above Death Note here. Dr. Stone, one of the only shows that I've seen that can make science genuinely interesting and like somewhat easy to understand while keeping the pace of the show going and not taking so much time away from like furthering the plot to explain this stuff. It does a good job of incorporating it all into one. The characters are good. Like, the character development's pretty good. I'm excited for season 3 to come out. So for that reason, I'm putting it top tier. Mokusha Tensei. It's really good. It's really good. I'm gonna say top of mid. I'm gonna say top mid. It's good. The character development's all right. I don't remember any of their names. And I feel like that says a lot. I feel like the fact that I don't remember any of their names and I don't really remember most of the plot. But yeah, Mokusha Tensei, good show, super solid. I mean, I would recommend people to watch it if you're really into like isekai animes. Then it's not a bad option. It's entertaining enough. I kind of wasn't a huge fan of season 2. I felt like it kind of fell off and they kind of derailed a lot and did a bunch of random shit that didn't matter. So yeah, I'll put it top of mid. I think it might supposed to be Great Pretender. Because if it's Great Pretender, it's mid, bottom of mid. It's all right. It's decent. I watched most of it, but I didn't finish it. So it wasn't super entertaining. After the first heist arc, it's just the kind of this more of the same, which is, it's all right. It's not terrible, not great. Horimiya is pretty good. If you want like a rom-com that's just like, it's cute, kind of like you get to see people hook up and there's like it's one of the shows that doesn't cuck you the whole time, where it's like, oh, they're never gonna kiss, they're never gonna do nothing. They kind of just they do it, which is fine. So I'm gonna put that at like mid here. I think it's a good show. If you really want like a non isekai or like a non shonen anime, it's worth watching, I guess. Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, it was a good show. It was a really good show. The art style and the fight scenes and the characters are all really good. But I also feel like it was so incredibly overhyped for what it was, which was just another shonen anime. So I think we're going mid tier for that one. Top of mid. I would argue it's like on the cusp of top tier, but I feel like it was just like Gojo was kind of the only character that I really like cared about, I guess, because he was just funny and he was good and he was a cool character. The rest were just all right, I guess. I mean, aside from that, it's just like the Sasuke of Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo hot as fuck, dude. Gojo's a banger. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, as a man, I can say Gojo, he's a fucking smoke show, dog. Like, he could be daddy any day he wants. The rest of them though, it's just Naruto. It's Sakura, fucking Naruto, and then Sasuke, and then they just have Kakashi in a different format. So mid tier. One Piece. Okay, if we're rating it on a scale of how influential it is to anime, I would say God mode, but I have not watched all of it. And to be fair, I don't plan on watching any more of it. I've watched like 300 episodes of this show. It's an OG for sure. I think we're going to put it like top tier, top of the top tier. One Piece is just too fucking long is the problem. They have so many goddamn episodes for no reason. And like, I know it's supposed to be the whole thing, but like after you watch episode like 200, I feel like it's a lot of the same until like the time skip. So I'll say top tier to be generous to the people that have like spent a lot of time watching that show. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, you know, I would have put Demon Slayer lower before season 2. All right. Demon Slayer is going behind Bebop. Literally only because season 2, the last fight scene, just so good. It's just so good. Aside from that, it's just your average fucking shonen anime. Nothing super impressive about it. Samurai Champloo, hot take incoming. Samurai Champloo, top tier, going right behind One Piece. Samurai Champloo, absolutely goated. Characters fucking awesome. Fight scenes incredible. It's an older anime. Still, the art style still holds up to this day. Top tier for sure. Classroom of the Elite. I'll put up here. I'll put it here. Classroom of the Elite, good show. Kind of interesting characters. I think the best premise of it is just supposed to be the guy is super smart and mysterious and cool, which is all right. It's a decent premise, I guess, but it's also just it's all right. It's not great. Gantz the show. Never seen the show. I've seen the movie on Netflix. The movie, pretty good. For a 3D animated movie, it gave me like Final Fantasy VII Advent Children vibes, which I love that movie. So this one, I'm going to put it bottom of mid. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. It's all right. It's pretty good if you like gory shit. But overall, not the best thing you're going to watch in your life unless you really want something like glorified up the fucking ass. Beastars? Get that furry shit out of here. Never seen Beastars. Don't plan on it. My girlfriend loves Beastars. Loved Advent Children. Dude, Advent Children was...
You don't have to be a furry to love it.
Yeah, okay, whatever you say. My girlfriend just came in and said you don't have to be a furry to love Beastars. But you know what? Everybody could be wrong sometimes. And that's an absolutely wrong take right there. God of High School. You know, God of High School, it was good. Also, unfortunately, super forgettable. Really good fight scenes, incredible fight scenes. It's just not like super good. It didn't do it for me. Like it was like it was awesome. It was fun to watch. Great. Don't remember any of the characters' names. Don't remember their abilities either. So, it's whatever. Toradora, you know, I would actually say when it comes to like romance animes, Toradora actually pretty good. I'm gonna put it in top tier, above Assassination Classroom, below Death Note. Really good, actually. I would say like a super solid one. If somebody's looking for a show to watch that's not just like fucking fight scenes the whole time, then it's a really good show. It's super interesting. It's super entertaining. It's short. You can watch it all. The characters are really good, and you actually get closure at the end of the show, which is literally all anybody wants. Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm gonna say just don't, honestly. I'm gonna say don't. It's the premise is interesting, but it's all just like short form episodes where every episode is actually 2 episodes, and you don't really care about the characters very much. Literally everybody only cares about the pink hair girl, and she's the only one that matters in the show, and she's not even the main character. So I'm gonna say just don't even waste your time. Don't do it. Gurren Lagann, God mode. God tier. Gurren Lagann is such a good fucking show. I cannot stress this enough. Such a good goddamn show. Amazing characters, great storyline. The movie is decent. It's all right. But the show is just so fucking good. And then you get the time skip, and it's just, it doesn't fucking miss is what it does. It doesn't miss. Bleach. Okay. Full disclosure. Hate me if you want. I've only seen like 150, 200 episodes of Bleach. I've seen up to the point where they went to the Soul Society. They did all the fighting there. They get what's her face back out. They get Ichirugia, whatever her name is, out. And then they have to go back to the Soul Society again because it's getting attacked. So I think it's about 200 episodes in, maybe. Of what I saw, really good show for being so old, and they just renewed it recently, and so they have a new like series coming out of it. I'm gonna say top tier, above. I'm gonna put Bleach actually here. I think I could feel good about myself putting Bleach second to One Piece, above Samurai Champloo. I think that makes sense. It's iconic. Like I don't even like Bleach a ton, but I know enough about it to know that it's a really good show, and I've seen enough of it to know that it's a really good show. All right, I think this is quintessential quintuplets. Also, putting it at the bottom of top tier. This show is so fucking frustrating to watch. So goddamn frustrating to watch. It's like every fucking time something happens, you want to pluck your fucking eyeballs out because you're just so fucking angry at all the characters, and they all piss you off. And there's the one character that we all know everybody fucking hates, and it's just like they coddle it. They make the whole show centered around her, and it's fucking annoying. It's good. It's a good show though. It's like, I just said all of that. It's still a good fucking show. It's really entertaining to watch. The characters are likable. The storyline's all right. It's just they piss you off a lot, which is the problem. All right, and the last one of the list, Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is going above Death Note. Hear me out. Hear me out before you guys come from my fucking head. Tokyo Revengers. I love the premise of the show. Time travel. Awesome. Characters, awesome. Fight scenes, awesome. Fucking character development, awesome. All of it, awesome. The parts where it falls apart, where it falls short. Why do they have to make the main character cry all the fucking time? I don't need to see characters cry for me to know that they're sad or they feel emotions. I can live without seeing that and I can still interpret, okay, he's sad. He's a sad guy. I don't need to see him cry every 2 seconds for no fucking reason for me to understand that on an emotional level. Second thing, why are they all fucking middle schoolers? Why? Why are they middle schoolers? Like you can easily take the show, make them all adults already from the start, and then just have them, or even be like college kids. Just fucking make them older than middle school kids. And then they do like weird shit where they like have older people try to sleep with the middle schoolers and shit. And it leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you're watching those parts. But aside from that, everything else in the show, absolutely goated. Love the show. I can't wait for the next season to come out, which I think has already been confirmed to come out. I know it's already finished in the manga. Not doing that. Don't read. I don't know how to read words. But, you know, I will say this one did miss a few major ones, like My Hero Academia. It didn't include a few of them. But I think for now, I think this is a pretty good list. I feel pretty confident in this. Maybe the only one that I would maybe move Samurai Champloo down to like here and move Cowboy Bebop up one. And I'd probably, I think aside from that, yeah, I think everything I feel pretty good about. Yeah, I think everything I feel pretty good about.